Do you have a boyfriend? Favorite drugstore makeup brand? A book you always recommend? Actually, I used to have a podcast. Everyone truly is on their own timeline and you can't rush your life. You just gotta go at your own pace. Ooh. Oh. Hey besties, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Go subscribe if you're not already. Today I figured I would take you guys along. We would just pick up some Dunkin. I'll try out your favorite orders. And I asked you guys on Instagram to send me any questions that you have so I can answer them. And I figured we could just have a fun little girl talk sesh and just hang out while I try your coffee orders and answer your questions. So a little fit of the day today. I have this sweater from Princess Polly. It's like this brown jacket type of material. It's a little bit thicker so it keeps me very warm. It's just like a little zipper. And then I have these beige pants from Hollister. My Uggs from Princess Polly, a very chill brown cream fit, and then I'm gonna use this white and gold bag from Princess Polly. I have my gold hoops in, and it's pretty cold out, so I think I'm gonna wear this Princess Polly jacket and throw this on top, and that is the official fit of today. And let's go get some coffee. Okay guys, we got the dunk secured. Time to get into the questions and taste test these. I'm actually so excited because all of these I've never really tried before. I have, first up, let's try the matcha because I'm really excited about this one. This one is a small iced matcha with 2 matcha powder and a blueberry shot with oat milk. I got all these with oat milk because I'm a little bit lactose intolerant and that would just not be good news for me. So we're gonna taste test the matcha. Hopefully no one sees me because I'm a little bit embarrassed to be filming in public. Also, the straw is broken. So excited about this. Little matcha ASMR. Ooh, wait. I actually kind of love this. I've never really had like a blueberry drink before, but the blueberry with the matcha just goes so well together. Shout out to, let me look up your username because good suggestion. This is fire, actually. Okay, outdoor so sorry. How am I a speech therapist and I literally can't speak? Outdoor bibliophile. Love you girl, you really came in clutch for this video because this drink might just be my favorite of all of them. It's really, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Honestly, I'm not huge on matcha. I'm more of a coffee girl than I am a matcha girl, but I do enjoy this. Especially for the summer, this would hit. This would absolutely hit in the summer for like a nice, refreshing, fun drink. Absolutely in love with that. So let's see the first question that you guys asked me. This one is from Iman M9907. Do you make vision manifestation board? I usually love making vision boards on Pinterest, but I actually recently made a physical vision board and I actually really love having a physical vision board that you can look at every day. Being able to hold your vision board and look at it in person is just so fun. Even though I'm not really like a arts and crafts person, I don't actually enjoy crafting. I did enjoy making that vision board and I'm glad that I have it done. I actually filmed me making my vision board and that's going to be in a separate video. Okay, there's a lot of people around me right now. We're just gonna take a pause. We're just gonna take an awkward pause where I'm gonna pretend I'm looking at my phone and ignore the world around me. Okay, I think we're good. What was I saying? Oh, so I made a physical vision board and I have that featured in a vlog. If you guys want to go check that out, I think it should be up already. It's my 2025 kind of reset weekly vlog, getting my life together and doing all the 2025 New Year's prep things. So if you want to go watch that, you can go check that video out. So let's try another drink. This one is the small ice lava signature latte with like the lava swirl with oat milk. And it has like a hot chocolate topping, mocha drizzle. I didn't get whipped cream because I don't really like whipped cream. So the suggestion was for the mocha swirl latte, but I figured we would change it up, make it a little bit more fun, and try out their lava cake one. So let's give it a little taste test. Ooh, I'm usually not a chocolate person, but this only has like 1 pump of the mocha. It's like not too sweet, which is what I was a little bit worried about, but I feel like it just has the right amount. It basically tastes like hot chocolate. It tastes like a cold hot chocolate, and if that's what you're into, you're gonna eat this up. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna what am I, hello? I'm gonna give it a solid 6 out of 10. Just personally, not a big chocolate person, but if you do like chocolate and you like hot chocolate, you're gonna love this. Okay, so maybe we'll try out all the flavors because I only got 4 and then we'll go into the little Q&A portion. Let's try out the next drink. This one someone recommended an iced chai latte with caramel. So I have a small iced chai latte, oat milk, 2. They put 2 of the chai and I think 1 of the caramel swirl. So let's taste test that out. I've never tried the chai from Dunkin, so I don't even know if I like it. Oh, it's just like, it's really sweet. I'm not hating it, like it's not disgusting to me, but this is probably not something that I would willingly get for myself. It's just a little too sweet. It's a little too sweet for me. Maybe if I mix it in a little bit more. I don't know. This is basically like sweet milk. I'm drinking sweet milk. And I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it. I feel like maybe I should have put like an espresso shot in it or something. I'm not too crazy about that. I feel like I would give that maybe like 3 out of 10. just because it's not, I don't think it's for me. The chai isn't that bad though. I honestly feel like it would be really good if I added maybe a double shot of espresso in it. But yeah, not my favorite of the ones we've tried. And then the last one, you guys recommended either cookie butter or butter pecan. And so basically I know that I'm gonna love this because I always get the butter pecan one. And this is a small iced latte oat milk with 1 butter pecan swirl. So this is kind of a given that I'm gonna like this because I usually get this one all the time. It's kind of my go-to order. So if you haven't tried this order yet, you simply must. It's so good. So yeah, this one is butter pecan with oat milk. This is my go-to order. It's the perfect like sweet but not too sweet coffee order. So yum yum yum. Honestly though, I gotta say I think my favorite of all 4 is the matcha. Am I a matcha girl now? So those are all the Dunkin' drinks that I tried out from you guys. Let me know if you have any more recommendations. I can do another one of these videos because this was honestly really fun and I feel like it's a good way of branching out and trying different orders and finding new favorites. This is definitely a new favorite of mine. I'm definitely ordering this in the summer. So I'm glad we did this, and now I'm going to sip on this one because this one is the winner of the video and answer some questions. Yeah, I'm pretending I'm on the phone because someone's looking at me, so I'm like pretending that I'm not talking to myself. One day I think I'll get used to talking to the camera and not being embarrassed about it, but today's just not that day. Oh my god, why is it so busy today? Oh, I'm like mad that there are people out here living their lives. How dare they? How dare they? Okay, let's get back into it. Favorite Rare Beauty product has to be the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy because it genuinely makes me happy. I love like the pretty pinky color. I actually have it on right now. And I think it's just so cute and glowy. You can add more if you want a more dramatic look, but you can put a little bit on to have that like nice glowy pinky look. I just love it and I love the shade of it. I just love the formula of like all their liquid blushes. I think they're so good. Okay, T Sophia. Hey girl, hey. I see your comments all the time. I love when you guys comment on my videos. I literally see every single one of them and I love you guys. You guys are my besties. Love ya. She asked, favorite drugstore makeup brand? Ooh. Either Maybelline or L'Oreal. Usually for mascara, I'll either get the L'Oreal Telescopic or literally any one of those Maybelline mascaras are really good. Actually, maybe Maybelline because I really haven't tried a L'Oreal concealer or anything like that, but there's a lot of good Maybelline concealers and foundations that I think. I really love the Maybelline 24-hour skin tint, so I feel like I would say Maybelline is probably my favorite drugstore makeup brand. And then the other part of the question is my skincare routine for morning and night, and then also my favorite TV shows. So my skincare routine for the morning and the night. So I used to struggle really badly with acne, and I went through years of trying out different dermatologists and trying out different products for my skin until I found something that really worked. I think it was tretinoin. So I was on that for a while, and then after a while it kind of cleared up, and I hate giving skincare advice or like skincare tips or sharing the products that I use because I truly do believe that everyone's skin is different and what works for me might not work for you. So definitely go see a dermatologist, try things out for yourself. Like don't go based off of me because, you know, everyone's different, everyone's skin is different, so you might react differently to different things. But after a while of trying out different acne products, I luckily don't really deal with like that bad of acne anymore, and I keep my skincare routine pretty simple. And that's the one thing I think I would recommend. Instead of when I was struggling with acne, I used to try like 15 million different products and like just shove them in my face and try to get rid of the acne. But I feel like you don't want to bombard your skin with so much product, and it's better to keep it kind of simple. So I'm at the point now where in the morning I just splash my face with water, and then at nighttime I do like more of my skincare stuff. Use a simple moisturizer. Lately I've been using the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream because it's a little bit more heavier for the winter time, and I just think it's like a great everyday natural moisturizer. So I've been using that in the morning, and then at nighttime I usually use maybe like a Paula's Choice salicylic acid treatment or just like little acne treatments here and there. The Paula's Choice BHA liquid, like the one that comes in the gray bottle, I really like that one. I used to also love the CeraVe AM and PM lotion. I really do love those too. But any kind of like standard, nothing extra, no fragrances, no nothing, just try to keep things very simple for the skincare routine. I feel like it's honestly the best way to go. And also I feel like dairy really broke me out too. I don't know if that's true, but I think once I stopped drinking whole milk, honestly, I think because my acne was very hormonal, I think that might have played into it a little bit. So I noticed a big difference in my skin when I stopped drinking regular milk. And then favorite TV shows. I love reality TV. I've been watching Southern Charm and Summer House lately. Love those shows. Love Love Island. I love Friends. As far as like comfort shows, I love New Girl. But yeah, I think those are like my main favorite TV shows. And then let's look up another question. A book you always recommend. I always recommend the ACOTAR series or literally anything by Sarah J Maas. I love her writing, and I think if you're just getting into fantasy, I feel like those series are so good. I love A Court of Mist and Fury. That's my favorite book probably ever of all time. I also really love anything by Ashley Poston. I loved The 7-Year Slip. If you want like a more meaningful type of fiction romance, I think those are really great. A Novel Love Story and The 7-Year Slip I loved so much, so definitely recommend those. But yeah, I feel like those are like my top 2 book recommendations that are usually my go-to of what I recommend to people is the ACOTAR series and then literally anything by Ashley Poston. So thank you Reading by Jenny for sending that one in. And then the next question is from Anna, and she says, do you have a boyfriend? Nope. I do not. I've actually never had one. I've been single my entire life. But that's a long story. If you want me to get into it, I'll get into it. But yeah, I don't have a boyfriend. For a while, practically my whole life, I just would say no to people and just like would not go on dates, and just that wasn't even a thought in my head to date. I was focusing on my schoolwork, doing my thing, focused on school, focused on myself for a while, and then when I was ready to date, I was kind of like going on dates in college. My first date that I ever went on was in college. I was kind of like a late bloomer in that regard, which I kind of hate that saying because everyone truly is on their own timeline and you can't rush your life. You just gotta go at your own pace and do what feels right to you. So in college I would like kind of go on dates, but in college everyone's like, once I was ready to start date, it was like everyone was into hookup culture, and that's not what I was really into. So it was like that didn't really help me at all either. And I also was very insecure for most of my life, up until, sad to say, but up until I graduated college, I wasn't really confident in myself. I was very insecure. So it's like once I started to gain a confidence in myself and really work on myself, that's when I felt like, okay, I can see myself getting into a relationship, because I never wanted to date or get into a relationship when I didn't feel like I liked myself. You know what I mean? I just felt like it wouldn't be healthy to try to like, I don't know. And I just never had the desire to like actively look for something. And I think that's okay. And I think everything worked out for a reason, because I'm now at a place where I really do love myself, and I think that's great. And they're getting in the car now, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. So I feel like everything kind of worked out for the best, and I feel like I'm in a really good place with my self-love and my confidence and just being secure in who I am, where I feel like if I do get into a relationship, I feel like it'll be really healthy, and I want that person to just add to my life and add to my happiness, but I know that I don't really need anyone to be happy, and I think that was an important place to get to before even thinking about dating or going into a relationship. Now I'm in a place where I feel like I'm more ready to kind of date and put myself out there in that way, but after graduating college, it was like, okay, now I'm in grad school. Okay, now I have no free time and I'm working and going to school, and it's a lot. Best friend lives far away from me. Like, it's not like I was going out every weekend. I was literally like, when I tell you I never left my house, truly did not leave my house. I was reading, going to school, working, doing all of that. So for a while, like, there just wasn't even an opportunity for me to meet anyone and date anyone. So now I feel like once I'm moving, I feel like that might open up some doors, and who knows what's gonna happen, and it'll be cool to see, you know, what my life looks like in a year or two. So I'm excited to take you guys along, and I'm just so excited to move. I feel like I really need a social life, and I feel like once I do move, I'll feel more independent, start adulting, and I feel like it'll open up the opportunity for me to make some friends and just to be on my own and enter into a new chapter of my life. I'm just really, really excited for that, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. I'm so excited for the moving vlogs, so I hope you guys are too, because those are going to be really fun. So let's get into another question. Question from Elisa. She asks, can you do a video on how to do contour bronzer one day? Which I will definitely do. A little quick tip that I can give is to make a face like this, and then you want to put your bronzer or your contour stick a little bit above that line. So you make a face like this, and then you want to go a little bit above, and that's where you're going to place your bronzer. I like to put mine here, a little bit here, and then make a line on my nose here. So I hope that helps, but I will definitely make a video in the future of like where exactly I place my bronzer and how I blend everything out. And then Caitlin H asks, do you ever read classic books? Do you ever read classic books? Do you ever read classic books, or would you ever consider getting into them? So, as a working woman, when I come home at the end of the day, I want to turn my brain off. I don't really, I mean, some people I respect so much if you read classic books for fun. I really do. Genuinely, you are a superior human being, and you know this. I'm not one of those people. I'm more of like a fantasy romance, very light read, fluffy, nothing too much to think about. It's kind of how like I escape and turn my brain off for the day, so I don't think I would really be interested in getting into any classics. I used to love, it's kind of sad because when I was in school, especially high school, I was very much like head in the books. I was high school valedictorian. Like, English was my favorite subject. I used to love reading all of the assigned readings. I literally loved like analyzing it and finding the life lessons with each book. Like, ask me to write a conclusion, I was excited for that. I was excited for writing conclusion paragraphs. Back to your question, no, I don't think I'll get into reading classic books at this point in my life. Maybe down the line, but as of right now, I just kind of want light, fluffy reads, and that's usually what I gravitate towards. So Gabriella asked, will you make a podcast in the future? I would love to do that. I actually used to have a podcast. I used to have two. In college, I started one called Tea Time Talks, and then I quit that, but then I started up a new one, Coffee at Sunrise. I mentioned this in another one of my videos, but when it comes to social media, I've always wanted to do it, and I've always started things, but then got in my head about it and then stopped before I could really stay consistent with it and see the results from it, I guess. So this was the first time starting a YouTube channel, growing on TikTok, Instagram, that I really dedicated. I feel like 2023, 2024 was the year where I really dedicated to just staying consistent and not giving up, and now I just love it. And I love that I never gave up on myself and I just kept going and believed in myself, because I am so happy and so grateful for social media. Like, you guys have no idea. So maybe I will start a podcast again in the future. Definitely not now. I feel like I'm juggling a little bit too much to really dedicate towards making a podcast, because if I do that, I would really want to, again, like, put my all into it, and I don't want to like half-ass anything. So I would want to really have time to dedicate the time to doing that and putting my effort into that. But definitely something to think about down the line, for sure. And then kind of going into my long-term social media goals, I would love to have the funds to be able to do this full-time and to like grow my following and be able to do this full-time. I don't think I would ever give up speech pathology though. Like, I went to grad school, took the praxis, like I went through a lot to have this job, and I do genuinely love this job. I feel like it's just healthy to have something outside of social media, so I would never completely give that up. And like, let's say perfect world, I'm making a full-time income from YouTube, I would probably maybe do part-time speech pathology if I felt like that's what I wanted to do, but I always want to have that to lean back on. Even if like social media is gone tomorrow, I always want to have that stability, I guess. And again, I think it's healthy to have something outside of social media that gives you purpose, and just dealing with people day to day, I just think it's healthy and important. And I do love my job, I love what I do, so I think I would always try to do both, even in the long term. And that's kind of where I stand with that. What's on my TBR for 2025? I want to finish the Throne of Glass series so bad. It's been on my list. So in 2025, I definitely want to finish the Throne of Glass series. Maybe get started with Crescent City, because that's also been on my TBR for a while now. I also really love Cassandra Clare. I feel like she's not underhyped, but she's not as hyped as she should be. I love the Clockwork Angel trilogy. I love that series so much, and I definitely want to get into more of her works. So I'll start reading Lady Midnight soon. I think I'm going to try to read that this month, because that's been one of my anticipated reads, and I just love a Cassandra Clare book, especially in the wintertime. It just gives me all the cozy vibes. I love it. I think that's gonna be the next book that I pick up. Kari Hyben 6907 asks, what was the hardest part of grad school for you? Currently an SLP grad student, love your content. Oh, thank you. Good luck, girl. I know grad school was a rough time for me, so stay strong, girlie. You got this. I think the hardest part of grad school, and the most annoying part of it, is you learn so much information that I'm not gonna say doesn't apply when you work, but like, I just feel like a lot of the stuff that I had to learn in grad school, I like got out of grad school, went into my clinical internship, and I was like, what the heck am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. What am I doing? You know? So I feel like in that way, grad school didn't really prepare me as much as I thought it would, because in grad school you learn all the technical stuff, and I feel like when you actually start working, it's not until you actually start working that all that scientific specific information finally clicks into your head. But it just felt like I studied so much, and then I went into a job and I still had no idea what I was doing. But maybe that's just an all-around thing with any job that you do. Like, you're never going to be fully prepared, and you just have to do your best, and you know, it's all going to be good. So just keep going, girly. Push through. You got this. I feel like in school, in grad school especially, working on time management is the biggest thing. For me, I live off to-do lists and schedules. That's how I manage my time, even with like having a full-time job, doing YouTube, or anything else you want to do. I think having things laid out and written down is a big help. I literally have super uber specific to-do lists, and I feel like that just makes my brain happy and helps me feel less stressed. What's my favorite genre right now? My favorite genre right now and always will probably be fantasy, romance, romantasy. Those are like the three genres that are my go-tos and that I love, and I really don't stray from those genres. So this one is a matcha with blueberry. What would you rate out of 10?
Ugh. Whatever number that.
I know for a fact you're not gonna like the chai, so I won't give it to you. Which one is that? I think that's the butter pecan one. I saw it to butter pecan.
Num num.
Are we not using numbers? Just
10.
And I think those are all the questions that you guys asked. Let me know if you want me to do this video again, and I will answer some more. I love you besties so much. I'm so glad we did this. It was honestly such a fun video, and I got a new favorite drink out of it. So, successful video. I love you guys so much. If you watched the end of this video, leave a coffee emoji in the comments below, because you're a real one. I love you besties, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.